G'day. There's a change to the latest update, which is an important change, and I want you to be aware of the impact that this change might have on your business. I think for most businesses, this is going to be a positive impact and will be a valuable change to the way that the system works. There might be some businesses where they might want to turn this off, and I'll show you how to do that. I'm just doing quite straightforward, just doing a repair order here, and I've put a product onto the repair order. So let's go off and save that repair order, and I'm going to now go off and order the product. So I go into stock order, go ABC parts store, I'm going to put in my purchaser, I'm going to come down here and put in my A360 and say that I want to put that onto job card 1862, and I'm going to go finalize the order. So that's now gone off and been finalized and process that order. I now need to go into the creditor invoice, and I'm going to now bring it in as a creditor invoice. So the goods have come in, we've gone through that whole process. Yeah, the process isn't necessarily what I want to show you. I want to show you how the products go back onto the stock order. So if I go into the stock orders here and I pull up that stock order that we just created and go OK. It says added one item in, which is this A360. You'll notice now that's going to attach to RO number 1862, which is all sweet, yeah? So I'm just going to change the amount here, make that $15 and process this. And what that has now done is gone and put that product onto the repair order, which we've asked it to do that. What happens now is you've actually got two A360s on that repair order, which doesn't really make sense, does it? So what we've done is we've changed the behavior of this. So if you go into the system file, under workshop, there's this option now that says add duplicate part to RO from creditor invoice. Now, just to show you how that used to work, I've actually turned it on. So by default, after the latest update, that's going to be turned off. So it's going to be unticked. And what happens when it's unticked is it won't add that product on a second time. So if I went off and did that again, I'm just going to go through and show you doing that process again. So I'm just going to remove the one item from the repair order. So now the repair order's only got one of them again. I'm going to save it. Okay, so let's just go through that very same process again. So we're going to go do a stock order. I'm going to put the products on here. I'm going to go A360, put it on the job card 1862. I'm going to finalize it. Comes up and faxes it off to the supplier. I now go off and do a creditor invoice. I'm going to go and choose the stock order, pull in this stock order, bring the one product in. Just going to make that $15. So now when I process it, it's still going to attach to 1862, or it says I want to make this available for 1862 when I go and process it. If I now come back into the repair order and I go and pull that repair order up, the A360, the filter is only on the repair order once. So what the system now does with that system file setting, it says if this already exists on the repair order, I am not going to add it on again. So it's an important change. Look, for most businesses, especially if you don't have a lot of parts, if you're a general sort of service workshop, something like that, I think this will be the best thing. It'd be fantastic to operate this way. It saves the confusion of things getting doubled up and that sort of stuff. If you're really heavy into doing a lot of parts, and maybe you're, say, a truck dealership or a farm machinery dealership or something like that, where you could have heaps and heaps and heaps of products on the one repair order, maybe you might want to set it back to the way it used to work. And to set it back to the way it used to work, you need to go into the system file and check this box back on again. Okay, so go to workshop and you want to tick add duplicate part to RO from creditor invoice. So by ticking that, that will set it back to the way it used to operate it. So if you want it to run the way that the new way, then you don't have to do anything. This box will automatically be unticked after you've done the update, and the behavior will be that it won't add the product onto the repair order the second time. So look, it's a really interesting feature. I think it's going to be great for most businesses. I wanted to pinpoint this for certain businesses that might want to actually turn this back on to the operating the old way, so that you're sure about the change that's been made and what impact it might have on your business. So I hope you found this valuable, and good luck with the system. Thanks, guys.